Over the years, drill music has become one of the most popular subgenres of hip-hop. The genre originated in the slums of Chicago and has slowly spread to the world. This has allowed local rappers from the street to grow a buzz and become rather popular. This genre of music wasn't like any other scene before, as it came packaged with real violence and destruction. In the 2020s, we saw the massive rise of New York and Florida drill, cities who had adopted this drill music and made it their own, and dealt with the consequences. While the genre has made many people famous and made them so much money, it all came at a devastating price. Most of the drill rappers who signed major record deals are either dead or locked up, and this is the case for Florida drill rapper Julio Foolio, who made it big in drill, only to become a victim of it. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about the death of Florida drill rapper Julio Foolio. Let's get right into it. Drill music has been the most destructive thing to hit the streets since the crack epidemic. It has cost so many young teens their lives and freedom. These young kids are losing their lives for the fans' attention, not knowing that they are the circus clowns being used to entertain at the cost of their lives. Young kids have been hypnotized to believe that throwing away their lives in the street is some sort of honor. They strive to be the biggest gangster in their hood, not knowing that being a gangster was supposed to be circumstantial, not a choice you make willingly. These kids want to be gangsters when they don't have a need to. The music has played a massive role in this. These drill rappers grew up listening to people like Lil Wayne and Chief Keef, who promoted violence in every song. When these kids grew up, they wanted to be the man the music promoted, and the moment they got attention from it is when drill music was born. Drill music is all about death and destruction. Drill rappers constantly mock the dead and rap about catching their ops lacking. They make diss songs confessing to taking out their rivals with millions and millions of listeners. The whole genre is about glamorizing pain. It's sad that people don't see the truth about drill music and choose to support it, not knowing that drill music is actually a trap set up by the labels. See, the labels love drill music as it made them so much money. They don't care about how many teens end up locked up or dead because of it. They are making millions. What I wish the drill rappers knew was that the labels are using them and taking advantage of them. These record labels are popping up and signing these young rappers right out of the streets. The labels sign these young artists and even their rivals and then sit back and watch them destroy each other while they collect all the revenue from it. The label makes money whether they are alive or not, so they don't care what happens to their artists. Drill music is like a real-life version of the Hunger Games, as the labels see who survives at the end. This has been the outcome for most of the drill rappers out. These kids can't see it's just a trap in which they pass away for the benefits of the record labels and the fans. Sadly, this is exactly what happened to Florida rapper Julio Foolio. For those who don't know, Julio Foolio was a Jacksonville, Florida rapper who became popular on the internet around 2020. He was most known for beefing with fellow Jacksonville rapper Young and Ace and many other rappers in his city. Julio was a drill rapper who loved to mock the dead in his songs. He made countless songs dissing the dead and was constantly online taunting those that opposed him. Julio became popular for his disrespectful songs. Many of you should know Young and Ace's popular song, Who I Smoke. The song was dissing Julio Foolio's friends who had passed away, so Julio dedicated his career to doing the same. These two rappers often dissed each other, and things will often escalate with the fans cheering on the whole thing. While Julio seems to have been growing a career in the music industry, it all came to a sudden end on June 23rd. According to what's being reported by the news, Julio Foolio passed away after he was ambushed at a hotel he was staying at in Tampa. Julio was in Tampa to celebrate his birthday and made this known to the world, which was sadly his first mistake. He was hosting a pool party in an Airbnb he had rented and even told people to hit him up to get the address to attend. While at the Airbnb, he had been forced to leave the Airbnb by authorities. This was most likely for throwing a party in it, as all Airbnbs usually have a no-party policy. After Julio left the Airbnb, he went to a nightclub, and when he left the nightclub, he made his way to a hotel close by. This would be the biggest mistake the rapper made that night. While Julio was in the parking lot of the hotel, he would end up being ambushed, and his vehicle was sprayed up with 4 people being struck. Sadly, while the other 3 people survived, Julio was the only one to pass away. The young man was only 26 years old. Since his passing, many of his rivals have been taking the opportunity to mock his death like he did to many other artists. They have posted videos celebrating his passing, and they are happy that he is no longer here. people have been pointing out the fact that Julio Foolio often dissed a rapper that went by the nickname 23, and he passed away on June 23rd. Even music fans have been tough on Julio, stating that he had it coming for dissing so many people's lost loved ones. What's truly disturbing about all of this is that there was so many attempts on Julio's life prior to this situation. Not that long ago, he was ambushed in a previous situation that he barely survived. He sustained injuries to his foot. Instead of realizing he was given a second opportunity at life and should have changed his life around, he let the internet and drill music trick him into a casket. All that dissing and disrespecting he did to earn the attention of the fans, only so the fans can mock him when he passed away. I don't agree with people who think Julio deserved it. Julio was a lost soul who was led down the wrong path. He was a product of hip-hop, just like the other drill rappers. He wanted to be famous and saw that the fans don't pay attention to music unless it comes packaged with death and destruction. He did what he thought was working because he saw the fans and record labels reward these drill rappers for rapping about drilling ops. Chief Keef was famous for dissing his dead ops, and so is Lil Durk, and they're two of the biggest drill rappers in the world. These are the guys that influenced Julio Foolio and the whole drill music scene. Yes, I know Julio was an adult, but he was lost and misled like all the rest of the drill rappers. I know what it is to be misled growing up. I could have ended up in a similar situation as Julio. It was so easy to go down the wrong path in the Bronx, and at one point, I was. Luckily, God woke me up, and I believe He made me aware of this for this very purpose. God changed me for the better in every way, and He could have done the same for Julio Foolio. He could do the same for all the drill rappers, but sadly, the devil has them manipulated, playing a dangerous game of Russian roulette with the winner receiving the devil's attention. The labels are like vultures. They know the outcome these artists are destined to have. They sign them anyway and feed off their death and destruction. Julio Foolio was tricked out of his life by the fans, by the record labels, and by the culture. He was the misled kid the industry got to crash out for their entertainment. So yes, Julio might have been a pretty bad guy, but he is no different than the rest of the lost drill rappers running around risking their lives for 5 minutes of attention. I have seen so many people defend drill music because they love the music. Just because you like something doesn't mean it's good or should be around. Millions of people like cigarettes, and even though they cause cancer, so many people still use them. It's the same with drill music. While you may like it, is it worth these young kids losing their lives because of it? Drill music is death music. It needs to be stopped. Glamorizing death needs to end no matter what. We shouldn't be saying Julio deserved it, as no one deserves to be hoodwinked and tricked into their demise. Julio deserved to find God and change his life around, like every other teen that messes up their lives. Our world is becoming cold and is lacking morals. The amount of people celebrating his passing is truly disturbing to me. It just shows how far gone people have become this day and age. I pray for Julio's family and for Julio's soul, as no one deserves to go out at the age of 26. He could have still changed his life and found God. His death should play as a warning for the rest of these rising drill rappers to change their lives. Don't wait until it's too late and you end up in a box or a casket. Understand that God gave you life for more than just throwing it away for attention from the internet. Look at the countless examples of other drill rappers who are locked up right now or gone. So many of them, from Pop Smoke to now Julio Foolio. And sadly, the cycle of trauma is not going to end as long as the fans and record labels support them. I'm not trying to offend any of you, but if you support drill music, you are contributing to the death of the urban city youth. We have the power to stop this with our attention. Let's not give them the attention they use to destroy themselves. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.